Jason, tell Michael you don't like my father's job, not John himself.
I'm not going to do this here.
I don't want to see him. I just want you to help Michael by admitting that you made a mistake.
What mistake?
He wants to put you in prison, Daddy. Right?
That's right.
This is all very confusing for Michael.
No, it's not. Mr. Durant's a bad man.
Michael, sweetie, John is not going to hurt your dad, Sonny. Tell him.
Yeah. Listen. Your daddy's not going to prison, okay?
But what if he arrests you?
That's not gonna happen, all right? You know what? Letitia's with Morgan and ER. And how about you and Jason go visit?
Be careful, Daddy.
Yeah, come on. Be careful, Dad.
What's with her?
No, what's with you?
What's with me? Don't you see what's happening?
Carly's not gonna give up on Durant until she sees Durant with her own eyes betray her. I don't like it. I can't change it, Jason, and neither can you. But if you keep pushing her and fighting her, she's gonna sneak around. She's gonna meet with Durant in secret or worse. She's gonna come up with some tests to prove that she can trust him, and I'm not gonna know about it until it's too late. At least this way, hey, you know what? I know where she is, okay? I know where she's going. I have a little control.
Yeah, I just don't understand why she's risking everything for Durant.
Because she believes that he's her father. I'm taking care of Sam and my daughter. Why? Because she's my child and she's my family. So if Carly has to deal with all this, who am I, you know, to say she can't see her own father?
Hey.
Hey, Jason. How's Morgan doing?
Oh, he's better. Thanks. How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Okay. You mind if I ask you a question about your brother?
No, what do you want to know about Stephen?
Well, is he a doctor first or a cop?
He's a doctor. Like our father and our grandfather. Healing people is the most important thing to Stephen.
Has Stephen ever mentioned a guy named John Durant?
Not to me, but that doesn't mean anything.
Okay, what about his work with the feds?
All I know is that I'm happy to have my brother back in town.
He just showed up?
It was quite a surprise.
So if you got any questions about me, why don't you just ask me? I don't want you grilling my little sister.
Stephen, he's not grilling me. Jason and I are friends.
Oh, that's good to know. Almost as paranoid as your boss.
Why are you so interested in Carly?
What happened? I don't know. I found her in the bathtub under the water. She wasn't breathing.
Take her to cubicle 1.
Underwater. Less than 2 minutes, Jason.
Nicholas,
I was in
what
the next
happened?
room.
Did she
I don't
fall?
know. I didn't hear anything, and I tried to help her breathe. It didn't work.
What the hell have you done to my granddaughter?
Why don't you ask her? What did you do to her?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Emily's in shock. Her blood pressure is dangerously low.
What do you think happened to her?
Did she faint?
Possibly.
Was she attacked?
No, I don't think so.
Is there any water in her lungs?
I don't think she aspirated any water. Her chest x-ray is clear.
Well, then what happened?
We're gonna know a whole lot more after we run the tox screen.
Wait, you think she was poisoned?
We can't rule it out.
What kind of poison? Tell me or I'll kill you right here, right now. She poisoned her. I know she did.
Nicholas, you don't know that.
Nicholas, I did not, I
Emily
swear.
dies, I will kill you.
Don't say if. There is no if. Emily will not die.
What'd you do to my sister?
Would you please tell your brain-damaged nephew I had nothing to do with this?
Helena left Spoon Island with me. We've been together all evening.
Yeah, why'd you come here separately?
We're not going to tell you how we spend every
Was
second.
Helena alone at any time?
She was with us when you called about Emily.
What were you guys doing together?
Trying to stop the wedding if you really want to know. Because Emily's too good for him. He's brought her nothing but misery.
Edward, is there any way that Helena could have gotten to Emily? Could she have poisoned her?
I don't know.
Oh, now there is a ringing endorsement of my
It
innocence.
had to be you. No one else would try and kill Emily.
Emily's a fighter. She's gonna get through this.
She better.
Make Helena tell what kind of poison she used. I don't care what you have to do. Just make her talk.
You need to teach your grandson some manners.
If you have anything to do with this,
I don't appreciate being stared at.
he's going to do more than stare if he finds any proof that you poisoned Emily.
The curse is working, that's all I can say.
Oh, my
I don't think
God.
Jason understands the concept of the curse.
I never wanted Emily to be involved with these maniacs. How could you join forces with this woman?
You did the same thing.
To protect the family.
That's always your excuse.
And yours is always greed. What did you find out?
Nicholas, Stephen is back with the test results.
Okay, so the tox screen came back negative, but the blood tests indicate an acute reaction with something in Emily's system. We need to run more tests.
How did he ever make it through medical school?
Well, we should ask for a second opinion.
Right. Wait 5 minutes. Apologize to Helena and tell her to meet you in the cafeteria.
She's my grandmother, Jason. I can handle her.
Nicholas, there's no time. If Helena knows anything, Jason can get at him, okay?
I found something. A localized indurated area near Emily's neck. It's actually the type of wound that could have been caused by a poisonous spider. The antidote is working.
Oh, I knew she'd get through this.
You saved Morgan and Emily, thank you.
I was just doing my job.
Thank you. I've been waiting for this.
What do you got?
Just some linens for the crib. Do you have a second? I have a question to ask you.
Yeah, what do you need?
Okay. Look, I know about Carly's father, the federal prosecutor, and it is obvious to me that this guy is a threat, so why haven't you told Carly to stay away from him yet?
Okay, first of all, Carly's father is not your concern.
Sonny, if he tries to prosecute you and Jason...
That's not gonna happen, Sam.
Okay. I realize that you are in an awkward position right now, and you probably feel guilty about me and the baby. And it's hard for you to tell Carly not to see her father when obviously
You don't know what
is...
you're talking about.
Oh, my goodness. Sonny, you are not the only player here. What about Jason? Huh? If you're charged, he will be too.
Jason was working for me long before he even heard of Port Charles. I taught him how to run a business, how to survive.
No, you were
in this
teaching him how to
world,
protect you at all costs, but have you ever protected him, even once? I mean, has it even ever occurred to you that John Durant could be a threat to him, too?
Sam, this is business. Jason wouldn't thank you for getting involved.
Maybe not. But somebody has got to look out for him if he refuses to look out for himself.
So what are you doing? You're protecting
No, I'm not protecting I just know that he thinks Durant is a threat. And I know he wants Carly to stay away from him. Maybe he's even told her so. I have no idea.
Yeah, he has.
Okay, well, obviously she didn't listen. She needs to hear it from you, Sonny. And you might not care about protecting Jason, but I'm sure you care about protecting yourself. So tell Carly, please, tell her to stay away from Durant before it's too late.
Sonny, I've watched Carly do this over and over and over again, getting her hopes up, chasing after something she thinks she needs but she can't have, messing up the good parts of her life, trying to get something better.
I understand.
Okay, and I'm sorry, okay? I mean it. If I cannot be the one who does the job. As much as I hate Durant, as much as I hate what he's doing to Carly, I could never look her in the face if I knew that I killed her father.
There might be another way, Jason.
The longer Durant's around, the worse it's going to be for Carly.
I know that.
I mean, do you really think he's going to fall for this test, Sonny?
Normally, not a chance, but he wants a headline. He's looking for the next big score, and that can get him sloppy.
Okay, just say he doesn't raid the shipment, okay, for whatever reason.
Right.
So now Carly's going to think Durant passed the test, and she thinks it proves that she can now trust him.
What's with you two? Look like somebody just died. Oh, poor choice of words. Disregard.
I'll be in touch.
Nice chatting with you as usual, Jason.
Can I sit?
It depends. You gonna yell at me again?
I'm going to try to, explain.
That'd be great, Jason. Because regardless of what you think, I really hate going against you.
I know you want Durant to care about you. But you're just telling yourself a story, Carly.
He's my father.
If I knew I was going to hurt Michael, I'd never go near him. Carly.
You don't.
And if I could never figure out that was the case and someone who loved Michael came to me and explained that, I would leave. I tried to explain that to Durant. Sonny tried. He doesn't give a damn that he's hurting your feelings. He thinks it's progress. You know that photo album? Okay, Durant intended to break your heart to make you vulnerable because that's his way in, Carly. A father doesn't do that to his kid. A federal prosecutor does that to break down a witness.
Jason, I so wish that you were not so determined to make me hate my father.
You honestly believe that he would walk away from the chance to take Sonny down?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find
Okay, all
out
I'm saying,
here.
if Durant cared about you, he would go back to New York City and leave you in peace. But that's not gonna happen because he keeps telling you what you want to hear, Carly. I've seen you do this to other people. Why can't you recognize that Durant is using you?
Sonny, I'm glad I found you.
What's wrong? Is it the baby?
No. The baby's fine, but I think Jason is in trouble.
It's nothing for you to worry about.
But I am worried. Sonny, do you know the building is under surveillance?
It usually is.
But
So
not by the
what's big-
PCPD. These guys are feds. I can spot one a mile away. Wherever you sent Jason, I'm sure he was followed.
Jason knows how to spot a tail.
Okay,
Not
so
that-
maybe he can drop it this time, but what about the time
Sam,
after that or the time
Sam,
after
ooh,
that?
Wait. Just,
No,
you need to just relax.
Sonny, guys
take
like Durant are relentless. Taking down an organization like yours is the reason they breathe. And what happens? Jason ends up compromised because you can't tell your wife to stay away from her federal prosecutor.
Okay, listen to me. If this may put your mind at ease a little bit, I already had this discussion with Carly, and she's agreed that it's a risk to see her father, and she's going to stay away from him for now.
You think it's going to be that
Well,
Huh? My father was a deadbeat and a con who didn't have any use for me unless I was helping him run a scam. But it didn't mean that I wasn't desperate for his love. You're underestimating the connection between a daughter and a father if you think Carly's going to be able to walk away from this and never look back, never wonder, never wish. Sonny, you need to end this. Because if you let it slide and something happens to you, your family, or to Jason, it's going to be on you.
Hey. Well, John took the bait. He picked up the shipping notes.
Did you make any calls?
One. But it doesn't prove anything, right? It could have been to anyone. It doesn't mean that he necessarily called the police to raid the shipment.
So if he made a call, will you agree not to see me again?
Of course. But Sonny, if the opposite happens and he does pass the test, will you agree that it's okay for me to see him?
Well, let's not get carried away.
Well, has anyone called to report a raid?
Not yet. I'm gonna find out what's going on now.
Carly. You're just gonna do this to yourself no matter what I say, huh?
What if you happen to be wrong?
Right. Nothing's happened on the pier.
So John passed the test?
You saw right through the test. You didn't pass it. You saw right through it.
Jason, why can't you let me just have this? Why can't you be happy for me for once?
I was afraid that's gonna happen. Durant passed the test. Now she's convinced she can trust him.
I wanted Durant to move on the shipment. That way, this whole thing would be over. Carly's heart would be broken. But at least she'd know her father's dangerous. Now I gotta find another way to prove it to her.
Yeah, but the longer we wait, the more power Durant has.
I don't want to eliminate her father, Jason. I'll find any other way to solve this. If he comes after you, or my family, I will kill John Durant.
Came to see me and he spoke with me about his intentions.
When?
Does it matter?
Yeah. The timing will tell if he's being honest. Bobby, you know how I feel about Carly. I would do anything to protect her and the kids. Did he ask you to talk to Carly?
He said that he and Carly both knew the truth and that they were both a little hesitant about connecting as father and daughter. And then, yes, actually, he did ask me to speak to her and convince her that he is sincere, which I believe he really is.
What time was this?
Why, Jason? Does the time really matter?
Changes everything.
I need you to go please pick up Michael and bring him home.
What are you talking about? I sent him home with Letitia half an hour ago.
Conned Letitia into taking him to court.
And now he is refusing to go home unless I never see Durant again.
Good.
You have no right to inflict your paranoia on my son.
Michael shouldn't think that his grandfather wants to arrest his father.
Yeah, I agree. That's why you need to stay away from Durant.
Oh, God, would you stop thinking the worst?
I talked to Bobby. Durant asked her to speak to you on his behalf, but you had already rejected him. In fact, he didn't even bother to mention to Bobby.
And what does that prove,
Well, that
Jason?
proves that he's not being honest with anyone, Carly.
You know what, maybe he went to Bobby because he wanted to get some help in getting to know
Don't
me.
make excuses for the guy. Come on.
Well, could you just start being a little bit objective about him?
I'm sorry. He's a user. He tried to work Bobby to get to you. He's going to use you and Michael or anyone he can to get information on Sonny. This has to stop.
Okay, maybe you just don't get it because you don't love your father. Maybe that part of your brain was destroyed in the accident.
Enough now. That's out of line.
I'm sorry, Jason. You know I did not mean that. I am sorry.
I'll get Michael and bring him home.
Hey, you want a cookie? Aunt Connie's friends sent them to her. They're really good.
Don't try to change the subject. Michael, I told you not to trust Durant. I didn't tell you to blackmail your mom into staying away from him.
But you said Durant wants to put Daddy in jail.
Yeah, he does, but you shouldn't be...
I'm gonna keep Mommy away from him. I'm gonna make sure that happens.
Hey, hold on. This is not up to you. Your mom's a grown-up. She gets to make her own choices.
Well, she's wrong.
Well, then she's gonna have to figure that out for herself.
But...
There's no buts. I'm taking you home. Go get cleaned up. Can we speed it up a little bit?
Come on. Do you really think it was necessary to warn Michael about his own grandfather?
Yeah, I did.
Listen, Jason, I'm about the kiss the other day.
Courtney? Seriously,
Just
I know,
please
it
let me
doesn't matter.
apologize. Just let me Please. I overreacted to something stupid, and I needed your help, and I didn't mean to use you. That's not what I was... Oh, God. It's another delivery person. They've been coming all night. Will you just tell him to go away? I don't want it.
She doesn't want any.